Hello there everybody, my name is Juan and welcome back to a new reaction. Today, due to popular demand, we're back with Nujabes. Uh, Honestly, when I first made that video reacting to Modal Soul, I wasn't expecting for it to get as many views as it did, and I'm quite honestly surprised that so many people genuinely like his music. I mean, not that the music isn't good, but it's like, it was so random for me to check it out. I didn't realize how much of an impact Nujabes had until now everybody's like coming through and watching it. I'm like, oh shit. So a lot of you who liked that reaction recommended me to react to the Lovesick Hexalogy. And it's taken me quite a while to get here because at first I checked out the album on Apple Music and I saw there was like disc 1 and disc 2. And all of that together is like 2 hours and 12 minutes and I was like, holy shit, that's a little intimidating. But I just realized now, by the way, I'm also sweating because it's fucking hot as hell. How hot is it? 92 degrees. And I'm here under this light so you can capture my reactions, 100 and whatever. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I saw that the Hexalogy, Lovesick Hexalogy on Apple Music, they have it split into 2 parts, and the first part is the album itself. The second part is just instrumentals, but I didn't realize that until the other day when I was reacting to Earl Sweatshirt's Live, Laugh, Love. I went and checked it out. I was like, oh, actually, it should only be like an hour. Well, you know, with my reactions, it'll be probably still like a 2-hour video, but it's not as long as I thought it was going to be, so I'm like way more motivated to do it, because I was like, 2 hours is a lot, and plus reactions give me like a fucking 4-hour video, but it shouldn't. Now, I do kind of want to go through some of the comments that you guys left, because apparently there's a lot going on here that I wasn't aware of. So, and you guys, I love it. Thank you for informing me in the comments about all this kind of stuff, because otherwise I genuinely would not know. For example, about the fact that Nujabes is actually no longer with us. And it's crazy to me how somebody could make so much amazing music and unfortunately pass away. And even then, after their death, they're still kind of reaching people with their music, and it's kind of fascinating. I love that concept, and I love how a lot of you seem to really be into his music, and therefore I find it necessary to talk about these things. Usually I would just react to the music and let's carry on, but I feel like there's more depth to what's going on here. So to start off, Gusa A, shout out to you. He said, to give you a bit more context, Nujabes does all the beats / sampling, and he flew music artists from America out to Japan, where he lived, to record all the songs with guest features. The songs without vocals are just pure beautiful beats from Nujabes. They kind of speak for themselves. Unfortunately, Nujabes passed away in a car crash back in 2010, so he never got to see how many people were deeply moved by his music. My album recommendation is Lovesick Hexalogy by the man himself. You listen to part 3. Yeah, there was a Lovesick on the Modal Soul. But there are six parts to the series. Okay, let me do this. Let me pull. Oh, this is what I'm reading. Let me do this. So there's apparently 6 parts. This is what I'm talking about for the. Hold on. I mean, it won't be like this the whole video. I'm just showing you. Okay, so this is why I found myself kind of intimidated by this project, because at first I was like, okay, disc 1, 13 songs. Disc 2, 13 songs. Overall, 2 hours. I was like, holy, that's a lot. But obviously, like I mentioned earlier, the first disc is with the vocal features, I guess. The second disc is just the instrumentals, which kind of makes sense. Like Gus A, I believe your name is. Yeah, like Gusa A1 was mentioning how he like got people specifically for the project and he just made the beats, which is amazing regardless. But yeah, I stumbled upon this little video right here by Volkgeist talking about Nujabes, so I kind of want to react to that, or just watch it and then react to the album. I just feel like I kind of want to know more about him, and I guess that would be a good video. It's 26 minutes long, so I'm thinking of doing that. And therefore the reaction, there will be a time on the screen now, I guess, for when the reaction will start, because I do kind of want to do other shit for Nujabes to kind of get to know him a little bit better, to get into like what he was like, what he thought. I don't know, I feel like it's very interesting. So let me because a couple of you actually recommended the same album. Okay, yeah, Mr. Baum Geo also said, "Thank you so much for this reaction. This album is absolutely a positive impact on my life. It's so beautiful to listen, and I highly respect the love Nujabes portrays through his music. His next most amazing project, in my opinion, is Lovesick Hexalogy, which includes all the parts to the Lovesick series and a song called Perfect Circle. You can skip all the remixes on first listen, although they are great. I mean, I suppose we can, right? I also recommend the artist Jim O'Rourke. And okay, that we'll get to another time because we're here for Nujabes today. Let me see. Okay, this individual actually recommended another album, Metaphorical Music, which maybe we'll get into later on, but the one that mostly everybody wants to listen or wants me to react to is Lovesick Hexalogy. Please do more Nujabes. I love your reaction and re-listening to an album I haven't heard in years. Recommend Metaphorical Music and okay, so oh my god, yeah, there's a couple of you wanting me to react to Metaphorical Music, so we'll probably get into it. Okay, then we have a fucking essay. This is what I mean, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Thank you for your comment. I love reading what you have to say. But you guys are like ride or dies, and I love that. I didn't think it would be like that, to be honest. Nujabes isn't really someone most people would listen to simply because they don't recognize his name. One of the greatest hip hop producers from that. I would love to recommend two different artists. Yeah, okay. I think I replied to you on that. Okay, what else? That's also another reaction for another time. And then, yeah. Oh, God. Fire reactions. Couldn't be rate. The Love Hexalogy would be an amazing reaction. Okay. So, there you are. Let me get into this video. I don't know if it's necessary. Obviously, it's not, but I could really just jump into the album, but I like, really want to watch it. Okay, so let me fix it. Oh, no. I need to go on my XX1. Not that, actually. What am I doing?
When it comes to your shop,
hold, because I have premium on my XX1 account, so. Dude, I am fucking sweating. It's so hot in here. Okay. So, boom, boom, boom. Let's see.
We see musicians as legendary figures, people that are larger than life because of their ability to touch our hearts across thousands of miles or even hundreds of years.
Exactly.
Nujabes is one of the most legendary musicians
Nujabes
ever lived because he dedicated his life to just one thing, creating beautiful music. He was a man who lived and breathed art. His body of work and legacy is a true gift to anyone who comes across it. It touches our hearts no matter who we are.
I agree.
Come from. His beats were dense and layered, and throughout his career, he sampled countless genres to create soundscapes that were melancholy yet hopeful at the same time. Nujabes mixed jazz and hip-hop in a fresh, innovative way. Despite only releasing 2 studio albums during his lifetime, he became the godfather of lo-fi hip-hop, a pioneer for a genre that would only gain popularity years after his tragic death.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we don't know much about Nujabes himself. He was a quiet person. He kept to himself and shied away from the public eye, partly due to his career taking place before the age of massively interconnected online internet music communities. But his mystery is made even deeper from him being Japanese. He lived on the other side of the planet for most of his modern-day fans, he barely spoke English, and he possibly only ever gave one interview during his entire career. So who is Nujabes? Why is his music so powerful and impactful? And how did he create such universally beloved music while barely showing himself to the world?
Well, maybe that goes hand in hand and not.
Like I said, not much is known about Nujabes' personal life. He barely gave any interviews during his career, so most of the information and stories we do have about Nujabes come from the different artists he worked with in the Japanese underground scene. Juanisabeast, his real name that would later be reversed into the word Nujabes, was born on February 7, 1974 in inner city Tokyo. Famously on the same day that Jay Dilla, another legendary producer, was also born. It's said that he went to university for design, he learned photography as a hobby, and at one point he wanted to become a writer. But around the time that he graduated from university in the late 90s, he opened up a record shop called Guinness Records in Shibuya, a section of Tokyo known for culture and nightlife. At the time, Shibuya had the highest concentration of record shops in the world thanks to Japan's thriving music scene in the 90s. But like Nujabes himself, very little footage of Guinness Records is available on the internet, with only one 3-minute clip of the shop uploaded to YouTube. A friend and longtime collaborator of Nujabes named Pace Rock would later tell this story about the atmosphere of Nujabes' record store back in the 90s. He said, June's shop was the underground hip-hop spot. and his store leaned more towards stuff you'd sample, soul, jazz, lots of stuff like that, 60% underground hip-hop, 40% other. Nujabes kept the record store running for the rest of his life, and before long it became the exact place where he began his journey towards being one of the most legendary hip-hop artists ever. Technically, Nujabes' first song was a remix of a song from Illmatic, One Love by Nas. The story goes that after he made it, he put it on vinyl and he sold it as a single in his own store without telling anyone that it was his music. So here's a quote about that story from an article I found online. Nujabes did a Nas bootleg of One Love. He would then take that, press it onto vinyl, and throw it in with the Nas bin. So when people were looking for music by Nas, who was one of the top artists at the time, they would stumble upon this strange little record and they would think, who is Nujabes? Not knowing it was actually the owner of the store.
That's crazy.
What up, kid? I know shit is rough doing your bid. When the cops came, you should have slid to my crib. Fuck it, black, no time for looking back, it's done.
After this first single, Nujabes really dove deeper into music. He was dividing his time between DJing clubs in Shibuya's nightlife district, he was releasing a few other singles here and there, and he even produced a Japanese-exclusive collaborative English language album with an American rapper called Substantial at a time when hardly anyone knew Nujabes at all. And genuinely, this is one of the more underrated albums I've ever heard.
Substantial.
The production is lush, it's gentle, it's relaxing. Substantial's flows are perfect, but somehow most of these songs have less than 500 views on YouTube and less than 50,000 streams on Spotify. Some of my favorite moments on this album include the sunny warmth of the bass on If I Was Your Mic.
Feel that one time. You know what I'm saying? There's a little something for my man, Cat.
Ooh. Ooh, that does sound a little, you know. Let me raise the volume for this.
The airy mixing of the piano on the love song.
I usually write rhymes till my pen go dry, but the page remains blank after my first try. I won't lie, it's hard singing something you never heard. Feels like I'm limiting my inner feelings with words. You deserve a lifetime of praise for real.
The vibes of this project are incredible, and it's really a shame that it doesn't have more attention online to this day. But more than anything, Nujabes wanted to make an album for himself, so he began working on a project called Metaphorical Music that would go on to be one of the main reasons he's still a legend to this day, 20 years later. When Metaphorical Music dropped in 2003, it was an immediate hit, and it's not hard to see why. The way that Nujabes was able to blend the natural feel of his music with all the different artists that he worked with on this album, it's one of my favorite jazz rap albums. It's definitely one of my favorite instrumental albums. It's probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Because Nujabes found the perfect formula for blending the energy and the rhythm of hip-hop with the beautiful melodies and the textures of jazz sounds. And despite its individual parts being relatively simple, the finished product of Metaphorical Music is an album that feels like a trip to a beautiful world nothing like our own. It's clear, relaxing, it's warm and thoughtful to the point of surreal, dreamlike beauty. The more energetic tracks on Metaphorical Music feature various different artists rapping over jazz samples and boom bap beats paired with a variety of samples from various genres. The record starts off with Blessing It, a remix of an earlier song with Substantial and Pace Rock, and it's just a beautiful way to start an album. You're immediately hit with a tranquil saxophone melody, jazzy piano chords, and a bouncy drum beat. And Substantial and Pace Rock ride the
What is this
beautiful
fit,
with
dude?
unmatched energy and writing.
One, teach one, we preach on Maryland and Cincinnati to the far east, son. And we just begun to spread the gospel. Substantial, Pace Rock, hip-hop apostles. Far from preaching, but this art you call rapping. Taking y'all back.
Okay.
Lyrics like deep-rooted underground, but on the surface a tree, branching out, all I ever really wanted to be. It sets a unique tone for Nujabes' peaceful musical atmospheres. And the energy continues into the next song, Horn in the Middle, which starts off with a fast bass groove and trumpet melody, all sampled from Joshua, a jazz standard written by Miles Davis. It's a song with no vocals, but it's busy enough to keep your attention the whole way through.
Oh, yeah. All the different little elements. Pa, pa.
And Lady Brown is a jazzy love song. It samples a classical guitar riff written by the legendary guitarist Luis Bonfa over subtle drums and textured violins and light flutes lower in the mix, creating a peaceful atmosphere, while Sice Star writes loving verses describing his angel of woman.
Rush a cold to a diamond, eyes forever shining. Your beauty alone inspire a nigga to rhyming. Thinking of the better things in life. Thinking of how I could persuade you to become.
Throughout Metaphorical
sick.
Music, A wide spectrum of emotion can be found in the beats. The tracks effortlessly switch between mellow, energetic, happy, sad, melancholy. Nujabes was speaking straight from his heart through these instrumentals. Kumomi is a song with minimal production, just a clean piano melody, a fuzzy drum track, quiet violins deep in the mix, and Nujabes' signature, beautiful, warm double bass. Final View samples the iconic jazz song Love Theme from Spartacus by Yusuf Lateef in between a soul singer and free jazz noodling.
Yo, this is making me want to listen to that album, so hey, we might get into it after this. Well, I got another time.
Next View starts off with a minute-long breakbeat drum track over the sound of rushing water before a flute, cymbals, piano chords, and another saxophone jump in to create a dense, layered track that feels like you're walking through a forest so thick you can barely see sun.
Oh, so he's kind of gonna go through all the like eras of Nujabes, which is cool. But I kind of just, I mean, the beginning kind of gave me early career. That's kind of cool. Maybe we just start the album, to be honest. Like, I don't mean to cut it short, but I am kind of like, okay, like, if inevitably we do end up getting into, what's it called? Into metaphorical music, I'm going to listen to it anyway. So, like, him giving me little samples here, it's cool, but I also like dissecting it for myself. I automatically started reading comments, and I'm like, we're not here for that. I'm going to keep referencing you guys, but also I'm not going to remember your names. But, Gus, okay, you said, or somebody said, oh, I see, because you have Lovesick Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, and then Lovesick Grand Finale is probably the best way to listen to it, so those 6 tracks, and then Perfect Circle, and then afterwards I'll do the remixes, because, feels like Perfect Circle is like the finisher for the Hexalogy, right, so maybe I'll do it like that. So let me start with Lovesick. Let's get into it. This is going to be the Lovesick Hexalogy, starting with Part 1. Let's get into it. I don't know why this isn't working. Let me... Boom, 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 boom.
I told you that story to tell you this one.
Okay.
Love sick like a dog, canine sensitivity. Developing this new theory of relativity. Connecting a soul's rest in captivity.
Okay.
Life sacrifice what it is to be our history. Only a quarter of a century reality. Sitting on the shoulders of a chemistry. See, ain't no mystery. The colors that we mix will set the mind free. Let the blind see beyond harmony. Breathe life into dead space. Blow away your clouds of doubt. New territory we determine to be. Everything a safe haven is supposed to be.
Okay.
Now, light seems distant, but the time is near. When the thoughts take off, split the atmosphere.
Hey.
Those sound waves travel semi-infinitely. Plus I see you there up most definitely. Cause a beat plus a melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently. So
Evidently. Hey.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person.
Cause a beat plus a melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently. So evidently.
I am the best of
I love that.
Good gracious, every process has a genesis, it ends with the revelation.
Hey.
God bless this opportunity for me to find a voice for some words that have waited for way too long. Low wages, small tips on the avenue, never wasted, all hits for a revenue. Haven't you heard the news lately? Seems we've been living for some times in a purgatory. But yo, I thought I knew what a love song sound like, but I felt a warmer tune in the sunlight. I can still hear it in my room past midnight. Gotta move, take a solo cruise in the moonlight. So forget, oh how much we could easily leave if we learn to let go. The reins that we hold, return to our soul and the spirit that flows. So you see upon everyday face, there's a million shades to express definition of grace, but the method I choose my prerogative.
Hey.
There's so much love in me I got to give.
Hey.
Plus the melody makes me speak of eloquently.
Eloquently, so evidently.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person.
Plus the beat, plus the melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E.
Eloquently, so evidently.
Oh, how I can write a book on how you make me feel. But how about the song that I wrote for you? What I feel like, I wanna put my trust in these simple words for you to feel what I'm saying, what you feel like. Reminisce about the little episodes that we shared together. Remember the time that you told me in the cold night to relax when all I knew was to hold tight. Remember the time that I spoke to a crowd in a full house, realized that you was my ace, I was the joker on the stage singing the blues. All eyes on me, it had nothing to prove, but yo, I thought I knew what a diamond shine like, but I felt a sharper love in the limelight from the Queen of Hearts, watching me quietly from the upper deck balcony. Sometimes I do suspect I'm an actor in a well-scripted, large divine comedy. When I look back, that frozen slice of time, it tried to defrost the senses lost. Now enough with the metaphors, the motivation that I wrote this letter for you to know that the music helps carry on. Like you see, a new day will bring us tomorrow.
That's nasty.
Yo, cause my beat plus your melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
Oh.
Yeah, cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
Dude, this is so fucking sick, dude.
Cause my beat plus your melody
Makes me speak of L-O-V-E, so evidently.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person.
Cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person. You know, I mean, it make me say, well, the shit wasn't that bad.
Dude, I got chills. Wait. As a mirror, does it kind of sound like it goes into it? Hold. Yeah, they kind of start similarly, no? Then. Okay. Let me say some things about this first track, Love Sick. This shit is hard, dude. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed. I don't know what it is, trombone or like a trumpet. I'm not sure what instrument it is, but when he like goes in with it, I'm just like, holy, it like adds a layer that I don't think we hear anywhere else. I also love how hip hop, like street, it kind of sounds. I don't know if that makes sense but damn. Love Sick, like a dog with canine sensitivity. Developing this new theory of relativity, connecting our souls, resting in captivity. Positive life's sacrifice, what it is to me. Jesus Christ, dude. Our history, only a quarter of a century, so 25 years. Reality sitting on the shoulders of our chemistry. See, ain't no mystery, the colors that we mix will set the mind free. Let the blind see beyond harmony, like holy fuck, dude. Breathe life into dead space, blow away your clouds of doubt. I mean, I could go over all the lyrics, but I feel like the kind of emotion, the sentiment that I feel when I hear this person. I don't know if the person rapping is Nujabes. No, it's featuring Shing O2, so that's probably who's rapping, right? Maybe as I listen more, I'll be able to confirm that. But from what you guys have told me, part 1 and 2. What was it? It was Gussa, huh? Oh, I listened to part 3, but there are 6 parts to the series. Parts 4, 5, and 6 were released after he passed away. So, 1st and 2nd and 3rd. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Let's get into part 2. I mean, that first song was fucking beautiful, bro. I'm excited to see what else is here because it's just like, it's really good, mixing and, composing of the beat and everything like Nujabes does, right? But it's also like has like this like sense of what is it, nostalgia even. It kind of like, oof. And then like the way he like plays around with the sounds, and I don't know, whenever I do like little gestures with my hands, it's because I kind of like feel like the beat, and I kind of I don't know. I'm so bad at like explaining what I think, but I'm kind of feel like I'm doing a decent job. But I don't know. I'm excited. Let's see. Lovesick Part 2. Let's see. Oh, literally. I also love the record scratch. It's really good. Okay.
Once again, now where do I start? Dear love, though I'm struck with the prologue to find you here. Every morning I wake from a cavernous night, sometimes still pondering the previous plight. Seems life done changed, long time no speak. Nowadays I often forget the day of the week, taking it by stride if you know what I mean. No harm done, no offense taken by me. So let's rap.
Hey.
What's the half? Perhaps we even closer. Now after all things considered on the side of the planet, couldn't pick a better time even if we planned it to come clean and candid. If I have to, what I wouldn't trade for your laughter. Sweet and sour spice in my poetry, pop melody, even better than the real thing. It's like the God in me, saw the devil in you. I wanted to break myself in the worst way when I met you. Who would have thought conversate by the river, celebrate birds, sit and delivered the lines that prove to be the sea.
Hold. I don't like to pause, but like there's just like something is coming. You could feel it. It's like this little sound in the background. Listen. Not anymore, I guess. Yeah. As I say.
Eloquently see every dream has a part two. Never say you got to keep it tight always, just like back then. To hear me out. Once together now, where do we go, dear divine? I pray that you keep watching over us.
Okay.
From the heavens where light is the nucleus to the space filled with darkness and negative matter. Anti-gravity pull is what I'd rather feel when I leave this shell eventually. Ties to the mother earth ground me mentally. Real vibes keep me alive spiritually. Imagination brings bliss at no cost. When I blink, I receive at no loss. Victory comes in small packages like a leaf off an olive tree. Brought back by a dove from above, then I'm gonna rhyme love. We saw that we're coming ever since the beginning of the end. Well, anyways, I'm not a perfect being. Yes, I am a man full of S-I-N.
Hey.
Saw the God in you, you epitomize the etymology of enthusiasm. Look it up, there lies the clouds that form the rain that came from the ocean that flow from the river. I'm a believer, firm with the first words, lyrical transceiver of our ancient roots. Science plus arts multiplied by faith, then divided by the number of our ethnic race. Let me mention what I've been thinking, how to save the children when the ship is sinking.
Okay.
So I'm sinking, no lip syncing, slogans, political hooligans with tank missiles and guns. Everything's relative when it's all in the family. Oh man, understand the time has finally come to realize the great power of one. All formulas equalize under the sun. Amen.
Ah.
Yeah, the rhymes will heal cause I believe in music. In times of need I won't believe in music. The beat plus the melody, the recipe. Your vibe truly brings out the best in me. The rhymes will heal cause I believe in music. In times of need I won't believe in music. The beat plus the melody, the recipe. All good souls lost, may they rest in peace.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, this one was way... I mean, it starts with saying relax. Right? Relax. Here we go. Okay. Interesting. I do feel like I like the first one a little bit better. But, I mean, they're fucking both amazing. But, this second one was like a little bit more like relaxing and chill. Like, he's going through his things. He mentions certain things where I'm like, okay. Like, yeah, like obviously all good souls lost. May they rest in peace. That goes out for Nujabes as well, because, you know, it's unfortunate to take such a, or to have lost such a fucking, how do you say this, talented individual. It's unfortunate. Yeah, okay, right here. Let me mention what I've been thinking. How to save the children when the ship is sinking. He probably talking about, I was gonna say political landscape, but even more than that, like the sort of like world we live in and how fucked up it is for, you know, certain demographics. And how to save it. Okay, slogans: political hooligans with tanks, missiles, and guns. Everything's relative when it's all in the family of man. Yeah, understand that time has finally come to realize the great power of one. Yeah. Sometimes all it takes is one person to deliver the message for other people to be able to understand what you're trying to say. So, yeah. Okay. I kind of want to continue. I guess part 3 we have already listened to in the... Oh, yeah. Here we go again, though. Funny how music puts time in perspective. Add a soundtrack to your life and perspective. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Oh, it's so fucking complex. Holy. Time and perspective. Your life and perfected. So sexual.
Verbally, that is, make you love to the music means vibe to the beat at night with the whole city fast asleep. How cold true words seem to ride through my lips, take hold of a poem to me most powerfully. I feel free when the world doesn't know to me. It's so hard to find a gig that lives up to the billing. Trying to find a reason to work out, really not me. When thinking is wishful, like a star upon a jar, gazing up to the ceiling. How far do we have to stretch the truth to fit the lifestyle borrowed and overdue? We can take it all back to the register and start all over from the canister. Just break it all down in a piece of bright moments that pass by like you need it, alright. Throw on your favorite reel, that's good to go. On the analog play, watch the people glow. Sit back to the beat and let the memories flow. Comedy, tragedy, all the highs and lows. It's
Funny how the music puts time in perspective.
how the soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are, feel the blue, keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, wherever you are.
Damn.
Like a move that I can't predict, like a look that I can't resist. The tingling feeling was so
mutual.
The lingering appeal was so
Unusual.
Herbally, what is medicine to a lone soul can become poisonous with the whole city fast
No.
asleep. How cold true vision seem to come to the eye. Take hold of a prophet of me most visibly. I see clear when the world doesn't show it to me. It's so hard to make sense in the cycle of billing. Trying to find a reason to quit and make a killing. Not me. My thinking is wishful, like a star upon a child staring down from the ceiling. How far do we have to stretch the picture
Before pixelating the human texture? Ah!
to register and start all over from the canister? Let's save it all up for one ultimate prize. Homecoming gathering with the big surprise. Throw on your favorite record, that's good to go. On the analog table and a circuit blow. Sit back with easy, hear the MC flow. Hi-hat, kick drum, all the highs and lows. It's funny how the music put towns in perspective. after all these years. The room that you carried in my heart is exactly the same as you left it.
Okay, this makes a little bit more sense now. Third time's a charm because it's Lovesick 3. And I heard that one first, so some of those lyrics didn't really make sense. I mean, this shit is fucking incredible. And I love, particularly funny how music puts time in perspective. Imagine him listening to this music in the present day, and that definitely puts shit in perspective. It's like, holy shit. But, third time's a charm, hopefully. When I chime on your door, you'd still let me in. After all these years, because I don't know how long it's been from part 1 to part 2 to part 3. But in part 2, it did seem like it had been some time before part, or after part 1, right? So, it's not particularly important to know how long it's been, but the room that you caved in my heart is exactly the same as you left it. Is crazy. Actual Lovesick. Holy, let's see.
Keep walking and we can't get far. Third time the charm. Hopefully when the time on your door, you still let me in after all these years. The room that you carried in my heart is exactly the same as you left it. I realize that you have moved on. New styles in place like them silent foot sound. Speechless in this golden occasion. The beautiful expression on the silver creation.
The silver screen.
I like to keep in touch. I'm a little bit wiser, a whole lot tougher. If I suffer through another nightmare tonight, we'll chalk it up as another chapter to write, or right or wrong or somewhere.
Yeah.
In the middle of the road, I wanna see you again. In the scene with the backdrop, a perfect 10. And the music can take us back to the spot right then. From black and white to a sepia tone. Some dreams come with a tint or a monochrome. From black and white to my skin tone. Some dreams have a stint on this microphone. It's funny how the music put times in perspective. Add a soundtrack to your life and perfect it. Whenever you are feeling blue, keep walking and we can't get far. Wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are, wherever you are. Okay, we can take it all back to the register and
Start all over from the canister.
just break it all down in a piece of bright moments that pass by like a meteorite. Throw on your favorite jacket and you're good to roll on the analog trail and you look the road. Just stroll through the trees and let your miseries go. Sunshine, hurricane, all the highs and lows. All the highs and lows. The highs and lows. We can take it all back to the register and start all over again. I start just break it all down in a piece of right moments that pass by like you need it. Alright, 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 alright.
Interesting. I think I understood it differently on this listen than I did in the first time. And obviously there was like when I paused, there was that section where he's like, hey, part 3, hopefully this is the one, you know? But I, for whatever reason, even though the title is Lovesick, whenever I heard it the first time, I didn't quite equate it to actually somebody who is lovesick or feeling some kind of heartbrokenness over a significant other. But put in this context where we have Lovesick Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, there's clearly some reoccurring love or something along those lines happening here, where he's like, it's been so many years, but hopefully you still let me in, because the cave or the hole you carved in my heart, or the room you carved in my heart is still exactly the same. That's crazy. Kind of even made me think about, for example, like the times where I've been in love in the past, and how whenever you are in those particular scenarios and you feel like heartbroken. For example, like the first time I got my heart broken, it took me fucking months, dude. I would pass by where my significant other in that point in time lived, and I would like tear up. It would make me feel some kind of way, and I would just be like, holy crap. And now, like, 10 years later, I think about those situations, and I'm like, wow, I really don't particularly feel anything, but that's kind of like the thoughts that this evoked within me, and like, kind of made me realize how, sure, you know, having lost relationships, having broken up with somebody, feeling heartache is very human, very real, and it might feel in the moment like it is something that is unsurmountable, but give it enough time, give it enough, have more experiences in life, focus on the things that you love, and inevitably you can overcome those feelings. And when you think back on it in the future, you're going to be like, oh, I really felt that kind of way about that person. And now I'm like, okay. But I think, what is the saying? Like, it's better to have loved and lost than to not have loved at all. So when you get to that sort of mind space where you kind of understand it from that perspective, it's kind of like, you know what? I had fun while I did. So I can't even complain about feeling some kind of way, because while in the moment I was living it and I was enjoying it, you know. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but that's kind of what this made me feel. So I believe I keep coming back to you, Gus. Hey, you're the one who knows here, okay? Part 4, 5, and 6 were released after Nujabes passed away. So the rapper Shing02 has some beautiful lyrics reflecting on how Nujabes changed his life and impacted the world. So that, having that in mind when listening to the next couple of tracks should be interesting. So let me get into that. Part 4. It already sounds kind of sad, no? Ah, that was fucking beautiful, dude.
But we can fly higher to a region apex. We fit tight like a glove with the latex. Bring it down to earth for a cooling session. Lanes sideways and glazed in essence. Gauged each other in the out-of-line galaxies of uncharted nebulas. Heard joy of a spilled milk on a quilt or lavender. Woven in the fabric of a calendar. Dress up at the end of October. Give thanks to the family November. The cold but cozy December. And we back to the origins, let me begin. Snowflakes in January, hot warm like February. I wouldn't ordinarily march to the drum, play a fool like April. Made the best dance in the June or bridal. Power of the will, Julius and Augustus. All you know is just us. In a new semester, back in September. Boy, I wonder if still remember.
Sheesh.
Love is my game.
rain took my hand, I couldn't hide it. Way too delighted, tried to ride it cool, but obliged to ride it. Wouldn't fight it, had my watch pause when I put my lips on your eyelids. The lost second, deposited in a memory bank. Every chance I pocketed, I sent a blank check with your signature. Fonts on serif, the curvature, a lone harbinger. With toes play chord like fish in the pond. Fonts were some poems like dish. Life is short like a dog on leash, or a fuse in an open circuitry that got struck by lightning. Hang painting on the wall over the writing, brighten up the room for a private dining. Increase the pieces, seize the anxiety, spread love and see the whole society. You got me shooting off on a tangent, as I always do when I'm on the fringe. And the tally of the letters will reach the valley where the wings will seek. A series so classic at the top of October. Give thanks to the famine November. A cold but cozy December. And we back to the origins. Let me begin. Snowflakes in January. Hot warm like February. I wouldn't ordinarily march to the drum. Play a fool like April. Made the best dance in a June or bridal. Power of the wheel, Julius and Augustus. All you know is just us. In a new semester back in September. Boy, I wonder if still remember. Boy, I wonder if still remember.
Jeez, dude, the part in the middle where it was just music for a quick minute, that shit got me. Holy shit, dude. It's just like the music is so beautiful, and it also has like this sort of like depressing feeling to it. I don't know, bro. I just I'm sorry. Maybe because I kind of got the context of like Shing 02 putting this together as a sort of like homage to Nujabes. That was kind of in my mind. And then the music was just so beautiful, bro, that I don't know. I love how he goes for like this naming all the months throughout the lyrics, because I feel like sometimes whenever people want to try to do, like, can we call it a gimmick like that, or like try to utilize something like that, it usually comes off a little like cringe, if you will. But this is fucking beautiful. And like lines like, for example, him saying new semester back in December, because that's when school starts. What else did he say? It was like the November line that we dressed up in October. Yeah, dressed up at the end of October. Give thanks to the famine November. Thanksgiving, that's Halloween. A cold but cozy December, and we're back to the origin. Was it here? Where?
And we back to the origins. Let me begin. Snowflakes in January.
Like, it's just so fucking beautiful, bro, and like calming and relaxing. Like, such a beautiful track. Holy shit, dude. Damn it, I haven't cried in a minute, but hey, that's warranted for this. So I don't know. I don't think there's much to say. Let me go to the next one. Oh, this is gonna get me, bro. The pianos fucking kill me, dude.
Everything is quiet.
That kind of scared me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck.
Everything is quiet.
Till death do us part, and it did.
Man, dude, holy fuck, my bad.
Everything is quiet.
That just hits hard, bro, and it did.
Till death do us part, and it did. Come sun like clouds, and it hit my soul. My truth heavier than imaginary. Die cast and let on the lives we nursed and the days we cherished as kids. We let it whiz on by, but when I rewind, your smile is the only thing that comes to mind. Your smile is the only thing that shines. In your last breath, you told me that you had to go, cause it pained you so. Oh, I loved you so much, so was it selfish to hold on and cling on to your body that holds a soul that wanted to set free the eagle in the cage, and you became eagerly what I wanted to be. You're the person to leave, I'm the person to see off another best friend that lands the end. I watch grown men moaning, women weep as you quietly descended 6 feet deep by the spirit ascended. Before wet eyes, a gift from God return to sender. Though I like pretend that this never happened, I can turn around and see you laughing, but the fact is you could never practice. Game blindsided and in the windshield, and let's feel the shards of glass. This too shall pass, but reality bites success not so fast. First you must climb a Calvary of shattered hopes, and then a mountain of prayers unheard till you reach the peak where you can see the dark abyss below. Then you let me know if you have what it takes for a leap of faith. I had to say hell no, heaven judgment not yet, please. Bless the forehead, cold in the bed, or alone on the road with nobody to hold. When the pouring rain is too much to bear, it's a reason to live for a seed that needs care. Till death do us part, and it did. Come sun like clouds, and it hit my son. Your truth heavier than imaginary. Die cast and lead on the lives we nursed and the days we cherished as kids. We let it winds on by, but when I rewind, your smile is the only thing that comes to mind. Your smile is the only thing that shines.
Thank you very kindly, my friend. In the world.
The sounds you only remember now. All of them fading away. All of them fading away.
Now I hit the stage in honor of you. How's the other side? I bet it's a splendid view. No more stress for rent or to make ends. Collide in the cocktail shame with envy. I can hide behind lenses that block the UV. Looking in from the outside, the bowl is murky. The toll for the bridge is rising. When the man says Storm City Hall is burning. Same old chaos. Gotta shut myself like I'm waiting to take off. On the runway, scoping out the window. The moisture covers the sight door. Telling myself it's just another day in the life of a starving artist. Trying to paint a dream you walk from, chasing the departed. We used to hang by the bank to see who could skip a stone the farthest. What I thought was a stream is now an ocean. No such thing as an extreme to show devotion to your craft, which I didn't know the half. Try to knock down your door and caught the backdraft in the whiplash, all in reverse. Then I finally stood up and said I reserve the right to serve anyone. And on the same note, you deserve the best of the most fun. By the way, I got your letter. You said you were fed up. Well, I second that, and I reckon that you tried. So I don't place the blame that you took the fifth and the first flight out of town into the mist. Till death do us part, and it did. Come sun like clouds, and it hit my son. Your truth heavier than imaginary. Die cast and lead on the lives we nursed and the days we cherished as kids. We let it winds on by, but when I rewind, your smile is the only thing that comes to mind. Your smile is the only thing that shines. Whether a tree lived to see the end of centuries, or a
Damn. Whew. Fuck, dude. Like when I read Gus's comment saying that that Shing 02 did parts 4, 5, and 6 like in honor for Nujabes and said some beautiful things. I didn't realize it would be this emotional, bro. Like not only the music, but then the things he says, like reminiscing about the past and how everything, and like how in the fucking flash of an eye you could fucking lose everything. And fuck, bro. I must tell you that you lived beautifully. Yeah. I could sit here and like go through all the lyrics. Really, I could, but I feel like it's just fuck, bro. I don't need to understand the meaning behind everything. It's just the emotion translated through the music, bro. It just fuck, dude. Damn, shout out to fucking Nujabes, dude. What a fucking goat, dude. Fuck, dude. Imagine how hard it was for Shing 02 to make this. The days we cherished as kids, we let them whiz on by, but when I rewind, your smile is the only thing that comes to mind. Your smile is the only thing that shines. Funny how music puts time in perspective, no? Fuck, bro. Enjoy the present. Do whatever is in your power to enjoy the moment and the people around you that you love, because shit can just fucking go sideways at any moment. When you least expect it, you could pass away. So try to live in the moment and enjoy it. Tell the people you love that you love them, because we never know when the fuck this is gonna end, you know? Fuck, dude. Let me carry on to part 6, because there is a probability that it'll continue to fuck me up emotionally, so might as well get through it.
I have now. Love, sex, music.
You say a circle is a flawless shape. Every particle is from the center on the arc without a start or a finish. A line on loop carries weight of freight trains runs unabated. Views vanish from my point vantage. Passages come in and out the way I recall your antics. Still alive cause I said it. A life of its soul unless we did it. See your name in credits. A labor of love, you mean slavery. Surely it's been a quite savory. Crepe on the balcony, verbal alchemy. Pure magic when she touches me. I read that love is kind, but it's also blind. Of any style you profess, would you be my guest? Happiness is a hot potato that you can't possess for long. Just pass it on like a song. I might look calm and collected at a glance, but I taste the void when I'm not connected to the world kinetic. As opposed to static, idle hands, a workshop of a digital addict. On the hot street for inspiration is key to feed the mind and need is stimulation. Elevating music to the space station. Penthouse of stars ablazing. After 6 comes 7 and 8. Access code to the pearly gates. They say heaven can wait. Any speed of fate. A finality, a play from a mate. I see the angels draw the drapes over the earthscape where the wine is the spirit of grapes. Gotta finish what we started, so I cut the state. As a Rex will stay and rotate.
Song about life. Song about life.
I just like music.
Rap and rhythm. That's incredible. That's incredible.
All right, slow down. Thank you very much. Good night.
Okay. Beautiful. This is interesting to me. You say a circle is a flawless shape, every part equidistant from the center. On the arc without a start or a finish, a line on a loop carries weight, a freight train runs unabated. Okay, it's interesting because one of my friends and I, we often talk about the theory of the circle, because everything in the universe somehow is a circle. You look at our atoms and they're circles with each other, you know, making shapes grander than us. And you look at the fucking planets in the universe and they're circles. The stars, they're circles. So it's like everything is a circle and everything in the universe is connected. So it's interesting to me how they could, essentially that's basically what he's saying here. So it's interesting that they could have had this conversation apart from me and my friend having this conversation, and somehow they both coalesce. And towards the end he says, our records will stay on rotate. And that's interesting as well, because when people pass away, they continue living within us as long as we can remember them. And Nujabes will be remembered because of how talented and impactful he was. And damn, I'm honestly, like, when I first reacted to him, I wasn't really expecting to cry to his music, for starters, but also to kind of like vibe and like enjoy it so much. It's kind of crazy. And whenever I did read that comment that said that he had passed away, it kind of shook me a little bit, and I was like, holy shit, like, even in the afterlife, he's still rocking with us. He's still, you know, like his presence is still present. You know, it's kind of crazy. Like I don't know. It's who was it that recommended that first? It was on the fucking Kevin Abstract album. No, who was it? I need to give you a shout out, because if you would never said anything about Nujabes, I never would have come to check it out. Yeah, Kingsu was the one that recommended this, and look how far we've come. Holy, thank you, bro, because this shit is beautiful. Wait, I still have one more song to go through. Perfect Circle. Interesting. The theory of the circle continues. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. These first 6, from my understanding, are like the meat and potatoes of it all. And I have listened to them, and they are beautiful. And I will be listening to Perfect Circle. The rest are remixes. So I'm like, I think maybe I'll listen to those on my own time, because this video is already long enough as it is. And if they're just gonna remix what I have already listened to, there's a certain level of like disconnect from me personally. I don't know. I feel like it's not particularly necessary for me to react. I feel like I'm gonna have a similar reaction, probably. I don't know. But I'll probably listen to those on my free time, and I will be coming back to Nujabes because we saw that video from what is it, Volkgeist? I don't even remember what the hell it was called, to be honest. And we do have a few albums still that we can listen to, particularly. Hold, where is the Metaphorical? Why can't I see it? Oh, first collection. Oh, various artists. Yeah. Where were we? Yeah. Perfect Circle. Okay, let's listen to that, and then we'll be wrapped up with this. Ooh, I like that. Like, dun, 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 dun. Interesting.
Your hands to the beat, celebrate world life and friends soon to be. All city, all state, they come across on plane. Talk about life, mission on the journey to make. Hating love, shoving hug, making fun, faking luck. Breaking big the bread and cheese and let the day pass by. Fade into the past like an old calendar page. Chilling like barrels, taste finer with age. All the blessings on the planet disappear. We're taking for granted. You see the writing on the granite, understand. Follow through the steps to it meet before we obsolete. Even if it's a blink to me, it's a perfect circle. perfect circle. It's a perfect circle. You say a circle is a flawless. You say a circle is a flawless shape.
It's time for you to play along with. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to play along with. First cut on the other side.
Interesting. Very beautiful. I love how it's all like, basically, I mean, the first three kind of sounded like genuine love sickness. Like Shing O2 was basically talking about like love heartbreaks that he's kind of experienced in the past, particularly with in the second song being like, oh, it's been a while, but he's still kind of continuing that. And I imagine songs or Lovesick Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 are kind of talking about the same love interest, I would imagine, because in the third one, the particular line that I still kind of remember is like, the room that you carved in my heart is still there. And he's like, it's been so many years, but I hope you still let me in. And it's like, holy. But then this kind of transformed into something way more beautiful. Gus said in the comments that Shing O2 kind of dedicated the last three songs to Nujabes because only the first three were released in his life, and after he passed away, I guess this compilation, this Lovesick Hexalogy was made. And honestly, bro, I was not expecting to cry. It just kind of the sentiment behind it all and what it ultimately means was definitely coming through, and I absolutely adored that because it was sentimental. And we keep coming back to the phrase that it's funny how time puts things in perspective, right? And it's like that definitely gave me sort of like a damn, bro, like we need to enjoy the present and enjoy the people that are around us and demonstrate the love to them that we feel for them, because at any time anything could happen and tomorrow we might not be here. So therefore the present is the best time for you to do the things that you need to do and say the things that you need to say. And this album kind of gave me that kind of emotional feeling. And then I believe it was in the fifth, well, also like the fourth part and the fifth part, him kind of talking about how he lost Nujabes and how he was like, oh, I remember when we were kids and time would just fly past, and now like looking back, I think, oh, you were like, your smile was the brightest thing. And it's like, holy shit, like the way he kind of like described this image in my head, that kind of made me feel like, damn, bro, you really lost somebody who you genuinely cared about. And it's like very significant and sentimental, and I'm very glad to have listened to this, honestly. Like I said, I will probably be giving the remixes a listen on my own time. Just, it feels like we already kind of went through I already cried, bro. I'm kind of emotionally like tired a little bit. So I don't really want to listen to it right now per se, but I will get back to it. And I guess we do have metaphorical music to get into afterwards. I don't know when that will come out, like between Modal Soul and the Lovesick Hexalogy. It was about like a month or so, a little bit more than a month. So I'm not going to say it'll be out next week, but maybe I'll give it a shot because this music is just beautiful, bro. Usually, when we're ending the reactions for whenever I listen to an album, I give these albums a score from 1 to 10. I think for this one, though, considering what it means and what the purpose for making this album was, at least from Shing O2's perspective, was kind of like paying homage or, celebrating almost the life of Nujabes. I'm not going to be grading this one. It doesn't make sense. Clearly, in my perspective, it's a 10 just because of the meaning of it and how sentimental it is, and how like there's like levels of nostalgia attached to it. You listen to the music. If you listen to the music by itself, or even then, it kind of makes you feel some kind of way. But then when you pair it up with the lyrics that Shing Otu is saying, and all the different little metaphors, all the different little things that he says, it's like, fuck, bro, this was fantastic. Therefore, I won't be grading it, but it was amazing regardless. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one there. Just because, yeah, that was enjoyable as its own. And, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your recommendations in the comments. I know I kind of take my time getting to them because I'm just so fucking busy, bro. But, if there's something you think that is significant, such as this, that I probably have never heard of, there's a good chance I haven't. And maybe we can get into it. So leave me a comment, and maybe one day I'll get to them. I don't know when again. But, hey. I enjoy these kinds of experiences because it is, how do I say this, like, honestly, straight up, bro, straight up, had, what is your name, had the first person who recommended Modal Soul never commented, never said anything, I never would have got to this. Probably at another time in the future, but the fact that, like, if somebody hadn't mentioned it, I wouldn't have picked up on it so soon. It's crazy, bro. This is so fantastic. And even, he even had a hand in the Samurai Champloo soundtrack. And I remember back in the day when I used to make, like, anime reactions, I thought that was a fantastic opening for Samurai Champloo because it's so fucking, like fucking amazing. So, I don't know, bro. I'm already going on enough. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.